So the first card you have in your past is the Seven of Swords. Yes, horrible, horrible card. Well, it's usually a horrible card, but I'm actually seeing, it feels a bit positive to me, actually. I know that's going to sound completely crazy, but it feels a bit like that. It actually feels protective. It feels like protection from people like this man. Yeah, you've got someone around you protecting you. Two people, I think. It might be family, friends. It might actually be someone who's not on this earth. I know people don't like it when I talk about, well, some people do, some people don't, but there are a few people who don't like it when I talk about things like that. But if this is what I'm seeing, so if this is you, you'll know if that's you. You'll know that because you'll be able to feel these people, these energies are protecting you. Two people. One who's a little bit more, I shouldn't say more important in your life, but one person who was very, very, very big in your life, who you can feel a lot stronger than the other one. But there's definitely two here. Now you can see with those two swords, one's higher up than the other one. I don't mean someone's higher than the other one, but one's a lot more important in your life, and you know who this is, and you feel them more around you than the other one. But they're both there. So I'll just show you how I'm seeing this. So yeah, these energies, you've got these two beautiful energies protecting you. I can really see this. So yeah, first of all, Scorpios are really, really open, really giving, really loving. But then if anyone tries to use you or take advantage of you, like this horrible man here, there's a big sting in your tail, a big, huge one, just like a scorpion. So, and I think that ability to strike might come from one of these two energies, and I think it might be an ancestor of yours, actually, because there's someone who lived in a really difficult time in history, for them anyway, and they had to learn to stand up for themselves. Very, very strong person. And so, yeah, that's one of these people who's protecting you, I think. So, and so going back to this card, I'll just show you this. So this man's running away from these tents. And I think you're represented by the tents, because tents don't stay in one place. They go camping, they travel around, and you like that. You like adventure, and you're open, like this tent's open. You're open with people. And again, you've got these two swords, these two people protecting you, protecting your openness. So if you're open, they're protecting you from anyone like this horrible man here. And you have had people like this horrible man around you. You've had, I'm seeing a bit of, cheating. I'm seeing betrayals. But you've always had these energies. They're always there, always watching over you. Very, very special. And again, one of them, this particular one I'm seeing, is a lot like you. So, you know exactly what this is about if this is you. And, I actually think if this person was around you right now or all the time, you'd probably argue a bit because you're so alike, but then, you'd hug each other as well. I'm really just getting that picture of them hugging you. And I think that's what they do when they protect you. They give you this beautiful hug. And you feel that sometimes. You can feel that if that resonates with you. Yeah, so I think that's all I'll say about that. Because I don't like talking about things like that usually, but I was really, really, really seeing that, really feeling that in that card. So the next card you have your past is the Lovers. Yeah, very, very complex card, this one. It can mean so many different things. But yeah, I'm seeing it quite literally. I'm seeing love here, obviously. It feels a little bit, not on and off, it just feels like sometimes this other person is, sometimes they're present, sometimes they're not, if that makes sense. Or maybe that feels like that to you. There's a little bit of distance. It's a little bit difficult. Sometimes you try and talk to them and they don't really open up, or sometimes they don't do, then they're not coming as close as you are, or it feels like that to you. Because I'm just looking at these clouds between this couple, and clouds, obviously they're made up of water, emotion, but they're a bit evasive. You can't hold a cloud, you can't catch a cloud. They look absolutely beautiful. Maybe they're very attractive to look at, but you can't hold them, you can't touch them. And it might be that you literally can't hold them or touch them right now, because a lot of people are in lockdown, they're away from their loved ones, so it might be that there's that. So but there's some other kind of distance between you as well. It's a communication kind of distance, I think. It feels like it's coming from them. So there's all this unsurety around communication. So I'm getting that they might not realise that that's what they're doing. But there is going to be some kind of opportunity coming up where you'll be able to talk to them. I can see that. There are delays, though. There's delays. There's a wait, and then you're going to be able to talk to them. So I'm getting that. So I'm not sure when that is. There is some frustration here. I can see that. It's like, I want to reach out, but there's this cloud there and I can't grasp it. But there's definitely some kind of clarity coming gradually. It's coming eventually. There's communication coming, because there's yellow all over the spread, and yellow's the colour of communication. So it's going to come at some time. It's going to come at some time. And you've got all these amazing cards. You've got the Magician, you've got the Six of Wands, you've got the Fool. So it looks very promising for you. For communication and for other things as well. Okay, so the last card you have for your past is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, awful card. Very sad card. So, yeah, it might be that you're literally at a distance, but it's not just that. Because, look at these people. They'd love to get inside this church. They're so cold, they're alone, and it's so warm inside the church, but they're not actually walking around the building, knocking on all the doors for some reason. That's what I'd do. If I was out in the snow, I could see, there was a light on, I'd be banging on the doors. I'd say, let me in. But they're not, they look like they're walking past. So maybe you're not being as proactive either. Maybe you're not trying to talk to them either. You might be holding back as well. It might be that you're picking that up from them and then you're following. I don't know who's starting and who's following. But yeah, it might be a long distance relationship. It might not be. It might just be that we're all separated. But if it is, or even if it isn't, a lot of people say, oh, long distance relationships, they're not real. They're not real. You hear that all the time. Oh, they're not real. They never last. Oh, they're not real. You're not close to them. Da 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 da. Well, no relationship has 100% guarantee of lasting. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. And to me, I think they're real. To me, they are real. They are absolutely real. And, I think this lockdown situation proves that, because a lot of people are long distance now, because they have to be. And let's see if they all last. We can't just say, oh, we're all in lockdown and we can't be with our loved ones unless we're living with them. So they're not real. That's crazy. Of course they're real. Anyway, I won't go on about that argument. So yeah, I can see a little bit of this now. It looks a bit like holding back on both sides. So you're both doing that. So it might be that you're mirroring, but there is some kind of problem they've got inside them. It might be a little bit of emotional problems. There's something that might be eating them up against a bit. So I'm not sure what it is. So it might be a little bit like that. They might be keeping something to themselves. So there's that. So, you might not actually be able to have this big, deep conversation and find out what's going on properly until you're actually face to face again. Because it feels like maybe you need that in your relationship. Maybe it's your communication styles. I don't know. But, the other thing is, as a Scorpio, you're a very passionate person. So if that part of relationship's missing, we're all separated. So if that's missing, it can feel like a whole arm or a leg's missing in your life. So there's that as well. So lots and lots of factors are playing into this, I think. And again, there's something that might be affecting them mentally. It might be the isolation. Might be a lot of other stresses. We've all got job stresses. And this is the Five of Pentacles. They might, excuse me, my throat's a bit sore. They might be having some money problems, and maybe they're not telling you. So there could be a number of different things that are going on, and it might be that they just don't feel as if they want to tell you. They might be wanting to keep them to themselves. They might not want to worry you. Could be a lot of different things, but it feels as if when you do finally talk to them, you'll find out what this is, because there is communication coming. I'm seeing it everywhere. I really am. And you both want to connect. You both want this. There's passion here as well. You both want to be together. So I just want to ease that worry that you might have, that if there's this lack of communication, that they don't want to be with you. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I just have to say that. You've got the Lovers here as well. And you've got the Magician. So we'll talk about that now. So yeah, you both want to manifest this. That's what the Magician's about, manifesting. I think it's just going to be about patience, really, for both of you. Before you can connect physically, you've just got to be patient. So it's a matter of waiting. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So apart from that, though, look at all these amazing cards. Look at the sequence. You've got the Magician, you've got the Six of Wands, and you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So when it comes to money, job, career, it looks really good for you. You're probably coming out of a really difficult time financially, because I've got you coming out of the Five of Pentacles, coming into the Magician. So you're coming into something a lot better than what you had before. That's what I'm getting here. And you've got the Six of Wands, which is victory. So it's really amazing. So yes, some kind of really big career, money, opportunity that's going to lead to a victory for you. And it's coming up for you. You can see it in all these three cards. I'm picking up on a little bit of nervousness here, a little bit of worry. And I've got a little bit of, having to pay up front for something later on, if that makes sense. It feels like, how do I say this? There's something you might have to put money into to start with to get this reward at the end. So if it's, it feels like you're investing in yourself, actually, which is really, really good to see. Really good to see. And it means that, and that shows me that no matter what's happening in this relationship, no matter what stress you're going through with them, you still feel as if you need to invest in yourself, or you believe in yourself enough to do that. So that's a really, really positive, really nice thing. I love seeing that. Now, because this is all about money, career, job, all that kind of thing here. So it might be that you're investing in your education, or some kind of training. It doesn't have to be, but it might be that, but it just makes sense that it is. And so whatever this investment you're putting into yourself, you're going to have that forever. Whatever this is, whether it's knowledge, it's going to be around you forever, because this Magician's got this amazingly beautiful infinity symbol above his head. Doesn't look that beautiful, but it is beautiful. So yeah, with this investment that you're putting into yourself, if this is you, it looks like you're probably going to have less money to begin with, because you're going to have to sink some money into yourself, or whatever this is. And, it's like, this, that it's going to pay off. That you're going to get a result later on because of that. And I feel as if I have to say this to you. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone get in your way of this, because I'm just looking at the Six of Wands. And, there's a little bit of, who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? I'm just looking at all these people around this man, and it looks like they're all kind of muttering and talking about him. Oh, who do they think they are? Up on their high horse. They think they're this. They think they're better than us, all that kind of thing. And so there's a little bit of jealousy around you, I think. But this is, just think about this. This is right in the middle of the spread. So everything revolves around this card here. So you're going to get this victory. You're going to get this. You're going to achieve this. Obviously, some people aren't going to like this. And it's a money victory. It's a money victory. So you're going to have abundance later on. And of course, whenever there's money, there's going to be jealousy. So just take it in your stride. Rise above. If you're getting little snide comments or whatever, keep your head up like this man. Just keep going forward. Just something else I'm getting here. It's a small thing, but it might turn into a big problem if you don't watch out for this. Just be a little bit careful with emails, texts, things like, especially official things, especially work things, because I'm seeing lots of this whole sequence is all work and money. So, don't just be careful not to send things off too quickly, especially texts, emails, things like that. There might be something you send to the wrong person, maybe. I don't want to make you feel paranoid. I just want you to slow down a little bit. Just be a little bit careful. Just take your time with this. And also the flip side of that is it might be that you accidentally receive something that's meant for someone else. So someone might accidentally forward something to you, or text something to you, or message something to you. And I would say the feeling I'm getting around this is, unless it's a criminal thing, obviously, I don't think it will be, but if you get something like that, be a little bit quiet. Don't say much about it. Because it just feels like there's lots of gossip or talk around something, which is kind of what I'm getting in this Six of Wands. Lots of talk around something, and again, you don't want to be dragged down into that kind of talk, gossip, remarks, all that kind of thing. You want to rise above that because you need to concentrate on where you're going. So that's just something I'm getting there. Just watch out for that, and don't be paranoid. Don't think, oh no, it's going to happen to me. I'm going to send this to the wrong person. No, it's not definitely going to happen. But I just want you to slow down and really think about where you're sending things. Just double check things, especially this week, especially around this time. It might be the time for these things happening. So just watch out for that. And yeah, again, in the Knight of Pentacles, lots and lots of similar things there. Slow down, attention to detail. That's exactly what this night's like. Take your time, watch where things are going. And also, this is also reminding you once again, this is going to pay off. This investment you're making in yourself, whether it's studying, hard work, all that kind of thing, it's going to pay off, because the Knight of Pentacles, he's on his way to becoming the King of Pentacles. That's the progression that comes after the Knight. He becomes the King. He grows up and he becomes the King. And so this is where the King used to be before he became King. So what that's showing you again is you're on your way financially. It might be hard work, might be difficult. You might lose some money to start with, which is what I'm seeing, a little bit of a dip in your finances. You're going to go backwards a bit. It looks like he's kind of not going anywhere. So it might feel like that to you financially for a while. But just know this, where you're going is the right direction. You're going toward the King. You are going to be financially successful. Because look at all these cards in the center. Look at them all. They're amazing. So just know that. Okay, so the first card you have, your future, is the Fool. So, okay, so there's another really clear sequence here I'm seeing in your future. So I'm going to talk about all these cards as well. Few messages, few warnings, few things you need to watch out for. So I think this is all pretty much about what happens when you get to meet up with this person again, this love connection. So this is what all this stress was about in the beginning, and you're finally going to meet up with them at some time. And this is what you've got to watch out for when you do that. So I just want to show you this. So yeah, all these cards are flowing together. So there's some kind of literal traveling coming up here. So it might be that at the end of this lockdown, you might be traveling together. You might be going somewhere for a weekend, or even just a day trip, or you might be going away, something like that. But there's definitely some kind of movement, travel, that you're going somewhere with this person. Because this Fool's carrying his belongings with him. He's traveling, he's going somewhere, he's on an adventure. And it's all exciting, it's all happy. So it's going to be a really nice time when you do that. Now, what I'm getting with this dynamic between the two of you, it's, when you see each other again, it might feel to you that you're a lot more excited and happy and enthusiastic. You might be like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, I'm so excited. Because you're coming up like the Fool, and they're coming up as the Four of Cups, which is under this. So now I don't want you to stress about this, because it doesn't mean they're going to reject you. I'm not seeing that at all. It's not you that's the problem. And I was seeing this before. I can't remember where I saw this. Maybe the Five of Pentacles. That there's some kind of problem that they have. They don't want to reject you. They don't want to do that. but they might be a little bit subdued, and you might be thinking, what's wrong with them? Why is that? So what this is telling you is you're probably going to have to be a bit patient with them. Again, there's some kind of problem there, some kind of emotional problem, I think. That's kind of what I'm getting, kind of what I'm feeling there. And yeah, that might be why you're feeling this barrier between you all along. Some kind of personal problem. I wish I could tell you exactly what this is, but I can't quite see that. All I can feel is there's some kind of problem inside them. Again, it's not about you. It's not about the relationship. I don't think they've told you what this is. They haven't revealed this to you yet. Because if you look at the Fool, there's a sun in the corner, and the sun's about bringing things to light, illuminating things. So it's just a quarter of the sun, though. It's not the whole sun. So it hasn't come out yet, hasn't been revealed yet. So you haven't found out what this is yet. You are going to find out what this is at some time after that time when you meet face to face again and you come together again. Around that time or after that time, I don't know when, but at some point in time, you are going to find out what this is. And so it might feel a little bit like a rejection to you to start with, but eventually you'll find out what this is. They're going to talk to you. And the Strength card, really, it's about the same thing. Try and be patient with them, as patient as you can, like this woman. It's not going to be easy for you, because I can see you're coming up as the Fool. So you're going to be all excited, and then you might feel a bit like, oh, I feel a bit down now. They're not reacting in the way I wanted them or I imagined. What's going to happen is eventually they'll open up. You'll have a much closer relationship eventually after this opening up. You'll find out a lot more about them. Yeah, so really this whole reading's all about patience, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles right next to this as well. So really this is all about patience in all areas of your life and rewards that come after that patience. This is the patience reading.